Hi YouTube, this is Retta. I'm back. I'm going to do a reading on John Podesta. I want to explain a couple of things because I've said it like so many times. It's hard for me. Everybody was talking about Seth, I think it's Rich, and to do a reading on him. He has passed. And when I do readings on people that have passed, I become a channeler. And it's all consuming. Like, they come through me, they use my energy, and I am like an open vessel for like 24 hours. So I don't do those types of readings here on YouTube. It's a lot. It takes a lot out of me, and I like to prepare myself before a reading like that, and not only prepare myself for the upcoming reading, but for the 24 hours afterwards. So I don't do those readings on anybody who's passed here on YouTube. I do those readings, and people who have passed, when I do a regular reading, they come up, and I might have a family member of someone, whoever, a client that I'm doing a reading, and if they pop up in my reading, I'm not actually, channeling for them, so they just pop up, and it doesn't take as much energy from me, and I go with it, and I do it. So it's kind of different, but for me to channel and to think of in contact with that person that's passed, it's all consuming. So I don't do that on YouTube. If the person happens to come when I'm doing the reading, that's something different. But for me to do the channeling and to ask the questions, I don't do that on YouTube at all. Also, I haven't, and I probably won't do any readings on what happened in Manchester, because anytime I get into any type of readings like that, YouTube has a fit, and they send me emails. So I don't think I'm going to touch it. I pray for the families, but I'm not going to touch it. So right now I'm going to do a reading on John Podesta. So this is my way of trying to get around doing a complete reading on Seth Rich. I'm going to try to go around that and try to do a reading on John Podesta, because I remember an email specifically that he had in WikiLeaks saying to make an example out of the leakers. So we'll see if this will hold up anything. I'm also going to try to not say or So I'm going to try to do that. We're going to end up making a drinking game, because I look back at my previous video on Colin Kaepernick, which he was not adopted. I don't know why I thought of him. There's another footballer. I get people mixed up, and I can make up a name. So I called him Kirkpatrick the whole reading. It's Kirkpatrick or something like that. Don't give me the line. I make up a name. So I'm going to see what is around John Podesta. He's a Hierophant, so he does like Law and Order. In his Law and Order, though, he likes to be on top. He likes for people to come to him. If you hear noise in the background, that's my grandson. He's up there having a ball. There I go, says the He likes people, he enjoys people to seek him out for advice and for knowledge. He likes that. That gets him off. One thing about him also is that he needs balance, and he needs to be able to temper and to balance things. And if he doesn't, things get out of control for him, and he can't have that control. But he does enjoy being up. He enjoys being up here and people being down here and coming to him. He enjoys that. I don't know if he was one of the popular kids. I don't think so growing up. So he kind of enjoys being in the in crowd and being someone where people look up to. So I want to see, this is John Podesta. John Podesta. What is around him? I want to know, what is he facing? What is he facing? What is he facing? Thief. So he's facing thief. It says thief. So was he a thief? Was he stealing? Was he betraying? That's what he's facing. Or has someone betrayed him or stolen from him? We'll see. What's behind him? Gifts. Gifts. So behind him, let me see if I can. Sorry, I'm going to try to move this over so you can see this better. And let me see. Sorry. All right. We'll see what we can do. So gifts are behind him. So gifts were given to him in the past. So behind him is the past. In front of him, I like how the gift and thief are on the same line. So was whatever was given to him as a gift, was it stolen? Or did someone use a gift as betrayal? We'll see. What is underneath him, which means his foundation? What is he standing on? Misfortune. I say yippee for that. Let's see. A baby? Okay. A baby is directly underneath him. I don't think does he have kids? I don't think so. I don't even know where my phone's way over there. Let's see. And an officer, so law and order. That's his foundation. So misfortune, a baby, which means children, and police officer. Okay. What's on his mind? What's on the top of his head? Falseness. So this falseness card has the cat and a snake. I always look at a snake as slithery, as as a snake, slimy. So the falseness of it. The widow. So a woman that is dealing with a loss. A woman that's dealing with a loss. And his thoughts. So the falseness of a woman who's dealing with the loss. And it's constantly in his thoughts. So it's in his thoughts. So his thoughts are on his mind. This is a widow, which to me is a woman who has lost someone. A falseness. I'm trying to understand what this falseness means. Something that's not true. A lie. What's in front of him is a thievery, which would mean to me a betrayal. A thievery, something taken away. What's behind him was in the past he was receiving gifts. What's directly underneath him is this baby, which is a child, and above is a woman that's a widow. So a woman that has lost someone, has this woman lost a child? I understand that this baby is like this children. The baby is not necessarily a baby, it's a kid, is underneath him. And also misfortune, and also this woman is holding a baby or a child in this misfortune card. And there's a police officer. So there's some law going on in regards to someone's misfortune, someone's child that's underneath him. The law is going to come after him, or the law has inquired about him in regards to someone's child and their misfortune, a misfortunate event, something that happened. All right, that's interesting. It's interesting. All right. So now I'm going to use the Sweeney Tarot on him. I was going to use this deck, but maybe that deck will still come in play. Alright, so what I want to do is John Podesta. John Podesta. And if you don't know who John Podesta was Hillary Clinton's campaign manager. He was the head guy in her campaign. He's one of the people that had a lot of the leaks with the emails, with the strange emails. A lot of them were with him about pizzas and hot dogs and I believe it was domino cloths, whatever that means. So I have an inkling. My psychic sixth sense is telling me things, not always relying or saying things completely here. But we'll see what the cards say. Alright, I'm curious to see what these cards, because these cards are mostly positive. And I'm curious, what energy is surrounding him? What energy is surrounding John Podesta? What energy is surrounding John Podesta? John Podesta. Whoops. John Podesta. Oh, lordy, lordy, lord. I'm not going to bother putting all these that just fell. Alright. So we'll see. Sorry about that. John Podesta. John Podesta. Oh, and I want to say thank you to all my subscribers and my new ones that have came along. I say thank you and welcome. I enjoy your comments. So don't be afraid to have a comment. Make sure you thumbs up and subscribe. Alright. Let's see. What energy? The Chariot. So movement. There's a lot of movement going on right now. Or he's feeling that energy around him is a lot of movement going on. So a lot of outward movement going on regardless around him. I don't know if it's him pushing this movement, but there's a lot of movement going on around him. Okay, where is John's head at? Craftsmanship. What is this? The three of Pentacles. So coming together for a purpose. So it says craftsmanship. So it's a coming together to create something. Create what? We're not sure. Craftsmanship is but this one is the Three of Pentacles is coming together in work, for a project. It's a coming together of some people, of a group of people for a common purpose in regards to business or something like that. Something physical. Let's see, what's the cross to bear? The Lovers. So the Lovers is, the cross to bear is his choices. Or it could be a lover, but it could be his cross to bear with him coming together as a group to make something or to craft something physical is his choices or his personal lovers. We'll see. Let's see. Underneath that is aid. So provided aid. So aid is going to come from unknown. An unknown source is going to provide aid for him. He's not in a good place right now. All these cards are very somber. Let's see. In the past. In the past, it says he was the Fool. So in the past, you know, he was kind of idealistic. Is that what you say? He was a person that made up things, made up scenarios, put things together. but he was a glass half empty type person, you know, so this bottle's empty. Like he's looking for something and it's empty. It's not the regular fool. I don't see him as being naive. I see him as being confined. Let me see. See what's in his mind. Stalemate. So the Two of Swords, he's at a stalemate. So even though they're saying that there's movement, there's a stalemate. And this is a stalemate of chess. So who is he playing chess with? Who is this game, this battle of wills? Who is he playing against? And right now they're both at a stalemate. Let's see another card for that. An invention, the Ace of Rods. So that's like, you know, invention. That's like putting something in action, putting something together. So they were at a stalemate. Whoever he was, I try not to say, whoever he was battling wills of thoughts, they were at a stalemate. But now there's something new. It's a new power, a new passion that's coming, something new. The match has sparked the match is coming through, like a sparked match. The Poet. So this is the Knight of Cups. So the match, and they're going to be, something has happened. They were at a stalemate. There was no movement. But now with the Ace of Wands, there is a movement. There's movement. It's like a fire. It's fast movement. And he's kind of working on his emotions. So he is working off of his emotions. He's going forth on his emotions. He's not really thinking. Before, he was more of a chess player. You know, his thoughts were strategic, you know, with focus. And then it became a stalemate where there was no movement. They kind of stuck. But now, even here, somebody has provided aid. And now this match has been lit. So now there's movement. It's starting. And he's not thinking properly. He's not thinking properly. He's working off of his emotions. He could have some psychological issues. He's not psychologically right. He may be a grown man. He may be smart, but he's like very immature. Like you would look at him, his mental growth is not there. He might be physically old. He might even work at a high-powered job. He's very smart, but mentally, he could be smart. I don't know if someone who's so smart they're stupid. You ever heard that thing that has no common sense? He's very immature. Like the Fool. He's very immature. So instead of him being, I forgot how old he is. I forgot he was born in the 60s. Instead of him being this older man, mentally he thinks he's young. He's childish. And he's has some mental issues. He's not mentally right. Something's not right with him mentally. Okay, let's see in the future. Conquest. So that's the Eight of Swords. I mean, the Ace of Swords. So that's like a thought. That's like thoughts. And this is like a thought. It's a thought. But it's like, instead of most of the Ace of Swords, I always say it's cutting through the bull crap and getting to the nitty gritty. No, this one is trying to have a thought of conquest, to get over, to win. Because remember, they're at the stalemate. So this is, look at this sword. It's bloody. So his thought is trying to win, trying to conquest, trying to overcome. There's blood on the knife. So it's not going to be pretty. strength, reserve strength. It's not going to be, look at this man. He has a boulder and he's trying to hold it. That's the nine of wands. So strength and reserve. So it has to be, he's trying to come up with a quick fight. You know, a quick conquer, a quick, he put it out there as a quick conquest. That's where his thought process was with his chess movements was, okay, I'm going to deliver this blow. It's going to be a quick end. He didn't prepare for the long haul. And he used all his energy to cut his enemies down quick, fast, but it didn't work. So it looks like he needs endurance, because this is going to be a long to do. And it says strength and reserve. So, you know, how long is he going to be able to hold up this mountain, this boulder, these things, before he gets smashed? The servant, the knight. You see, none of these have, this is the Knight of Pentacles. This is him. He is not a king in any way. All these cards are knights. So he's very immature. He's good at putting these plans together. He's good at putting them together, but not good at carrying them out. So he's a good strategist, but not good at carrying them out. So if they put him to where he has to carry out things, he's not good at it. He's good at helping other people come up with a plan to do something. But it looks like at some point he has to physically do it. He has to do it, but mentally he's not there. Mentally he is not there at all. He's the fool. He might drink a lot. I don't know why I'm getting that. He might have some issues. He has some mental issues. He has some mental issues. Okay. I'm going to try to see if did he know that Seth Rich was the leaker? Did he know? I don't know if I should use another deck. Let's see. Did he know that Seth Rich was the leaker? Yes, he did. Look at this card. The Page of Wands came up as the messenger. I asked, did he know that Seth Rich was the leaker? And this card came up, the Page of Messenger. This is Seth Rich. He knew that Seth Rich was the messenger. He did know. Look at the bird telling in the ear. He did know. Did he have Seth Rich eliminated? The Witch, the Queen of Wands. I would say he's up. That's the Queen of Wands. I would say yes, he was. He did have Seth eliminated. John Podesta had Seth eliminated. I didn't ask who else was involved. I'm not getting into Seth right now, but this is my way to do a Seth type, get him in without channeling him in. I think, will he see justice? Will Podesta see, will Seth's family get justice from Podesta? Will he see jail time? An uprising. This is an uprising. That is the 10 of Swords, which is like the death card. It's like the end, but this is saying the uprising. Let me do one more card in regards, because that's the death card. So will the family receive, will he get, will the, what, how did I ask it? Oh, Lord. That was the 10 of, the 10 of swords, which is like the defeat, the end of it. This one says uprise. And I asked if the family was going to receive justice in regards to Seth. So that was the, from Podesta. Is he going to go to jail? The student, the page of cups. Victory. Something's going to happen. There's going to be some stuff coming out. 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 And I think there's a young person that knows more. There's a young person that knows more. There's a young person that knows more right now. There is someone that's really studying this case. There's going to be victory. I don't think it's going to be, eventually, everything that is on his shoulders is going to smash him. I think there is going to be, I think he did have something to do with Seth. Which was these cards. I asked, that's Seth right there, who's the messenger, and then I asked if he was responsible. The witch, the queen of wands came out. So that's I asked if their family was going to receive, were they going to receive, justice. The 10 of swords came out. If family was going to receive justice off of Podesta. This is a knife in the back. So we'll see. And then there's a student that came up, and then victory, the 6 of wands. So I think it's going to be a long process. I think someone is studying this case and studying everything right now. I think someone is studying it. It's a young person. Someone's very involved. And hopefully they're going to lead us to victory. That's the end of this reading on John Podesta. Let me hear your comments, and talk to you guys later. Have a good day. Bye.